sexy one per se. You don't hear a lot of talk about it. In fact, I didn't hear any talk about it until this year, and suddenly I've heard it from a few different sources. And it's tough because it's not really one that you can see, but it's one you can definitely feel. And I noticed at times, because sometimes when you're on a lower calorie diet and you're exercising still pretty intensely and of course doing your cardio, you can get burned out, you can feel lethargic, you can just feel like you don't even want to get out of bed in the morning sometimes. Those are some pretty good signs that you probably have some level of adrenal fatigue, because the adrenal glands release, I believe it's DHEA, which is kind of the mother hormone. You're going to have a tough time burning fat if it's not functioning properly. So the easiest solution, well, there's a few solutions. One being, you know, get enough sleep, but outside of that, there's a few things I've been doing. The main one is basic adrenal support supplement, which you don't have to overdo. They're not terribly expensive, and they're pretty easy to come by. You'll want to go to probably a proper supplement shop because, like I said, they're not a huge, sexy item. So if you talk to a clerk at a general store or something, they might have no idea what you're talking about. I've got a couple different ones. So the main thing, you can do some research, find out what sort of ingredients you're looking for in terms of adrenal support. I also sometimes use sleep, some supplements before bed like ZMA and melatonin. Those help to have a better sleep, which translates sort of into happier adrenals. And now is also just as good a time to mention a couple other things, which is adequate water supply. Now that's just obviously not just for your adrenals, but that's for all your organs to function properly and to keep yourself hydrated and keep your performance up. Adiponectin Deficiency. So this is fat burning hormone, as I guess it's called. Again, it's not one of the sexier ones, but and to be honest, I wish I knew more about it. It's not one that there's a ton of research, it seems, on that I could get my hands on anyway. When researching it, it seems the key that most people suggest to do to increase it is sort of diet and exercise, but obviously that's already part of the regimen. I did dig a little deeper and find that magnesium can have a good impact on that. And what we're talking, I believe the studies were somewhere between 360 to 400 milligrams per day to increase that. So what I do, I get magnesium in a few different ways. I have a basic magnesium supplement that I take every morning. I have my high potency multivitamin that I take, and it's got some magnesium too. I take this usually about twice a day. I'll take my multivitamin, so that's got some. And then I've got ZMA, zinc, magnesium, and a little bit of B6, which I mentioned before. It'll help you get a good sleep, help you recover, supposedly help with testosterone levels too, which again is going to help combat the estrogen levels, which we were talking about before. So in my way of thinking, you can't go wrong with that, a little bit of that before bed. The recommended dose is about 3 pills, which has, I believe, about nearly 400 milligrams of magnesium right there. So in this case, I think 450 it would have. So I mean, that's your daily dose right there. But I do it throughout the day to help, and hopefully. So again, that's another one that I'm already implementing, and hopefully increasing my adiponectin levels. The thyroid. This is kind of an interesting one, kind of a complicated one, and if you suspect that this is a problem, then you may want to actually see a doctor. Now I'm going to just talk about some natural ways to help with. Now I'm going to refer to my sheet here because it's one that's kind of new to me. But I guess what we're looking for is for the thyroid to convert T4 to T3. The easiest way, or naturally I should say, to do this is selenium. Okay, selenium-rich foods. Now. These include tuna, salmon, Brazil nuts are supposedly quite high in them. Also, there is a supplement that I have implemented, which, as you know, I haven't really been plugging supplements by name, but I will plug this one just because I don't know how else to. It's called Decana by Thermolife. Okay, now Thermolife is a company that's extremely good. It's one it's one of the few out there that I generally do have a good trust for. And now Decana is supposedly has an effect on helping with thyroid function naturally. You can get this in supplement shops. It's nothing too drastic, but supposedly can help with that. The dosage is 3 caps a day. It's just taking a break every 6 weeks, but I'm only going to be running this for about maybe 4. I'm going to run the bottle, see how I feel, and that's going to be pretty much all I'm attempting to fix on my thyroid. Unless I feel it's getting to be a serious problem, then I might look into a small dosage of DHEA before bed with my ZMA for Americans. But that's pretty much it. So finally, problem number 8, which is pH balance. So what we're trying to do here is improve your, well, I don't know what the verb is, alkalinity. So we're trying to basically make the body function better by keeping our pH levels slightly alkaline. The way to do this is to include alkalinic foods. Greens, that's a good way. Now I could have just as easily brought back out all the vegetables I had, because eating them throughout the day is a good idea again for this. Like I said, things are going to overlap, so this is going to help, again, the greens, the vegetables, with a few of these items. Citrus fruits, actually what I've started doing is putting lemon juice in with my carbohydrate drink to help give me the detoxification and the as well as the alkalinic properties of my lemon. At that point in time, because I'm already getting my greens in the morning, I have this with my breakfast, and then I'll get my lemon juice with my workout drink, my carb drink. So with a few little tweaks to your diet, you should have no problem with this.
Smoking much dope lately, boy?